to understand is that when people talk about the spirit and vision, corporal vision, which is apparition, imaginative visions, which are dreams, and then you got intellectual, which you don't see it, you don't hear it, but you feel. It might have happened some of you that you were inside your room and you knew there was a presence and you didn't dare to look up, otherwise you would feel like you're dying. Death came. It happened to me one time when I was a young painter and just didn't care and just abusing and you know, doing automatism and whatever comes I would just like a boat, you know, a trick magicry, and I felt like it was abusing, it was not getting the style, it was just, you know, using the beautiful forms and colors, whatever you call. But I was just doing that the side of my style because, you know, I was just very intense and I was grasping everything besides the main, you know, one line that they missed, the main. I was grasping everything, you know, just to get monopole of everything. And the point is, you know, my thought process was just there. And the point is this: you have to understand that there's a communion of saints, okay? And if you're not in it, you're not holy in the church. Example, when they say let's exchange the sign of peace. While I was at the church and in communion, I see those pictures of saints and there's a communion. Everything is in its place. If some people, the video I just did about the station of the cross, the station of the devil here, they don't understand is that prophets knew that the point that where you are and the things that are around you speaks, everything is a sign. And like I was at the church, I put myself is exactly on the saints that was writing a book where I was. Everything speaks for itself. You don't have to speak, you know. You know, there's wolves in sheep clothes, but beside, if you look carefully, you will recognize them. And Jesus says you will recognize them by their fruits, because at that level they're cunning. But the point is that they have also a communion of falling aways. If you call it a communion of saints, there's a communion of the devil worshippers, and that's why those spirits, they come. There's not a communion. Sometimes if you follow your church, you might see the face of your priest while you're praying, because he's praying for you and you're praying back for him in your soul as an intellectual vision. Or imaginative, because intellectual, they usually say you don't hear, you don't feel, but you know it's out there, the presence of God. So in your soul, whatever you want to call it, so all this is real. You can't fake it, you know. And that's why maybe, you know, 3 weeks ago I posted that without thinking about it, suddenly I see Steven Seagal and he asked me, do you want to work for us? And then I see a video and I said no. I didn't say the answer back then, but I helped Trump on his and the Canadian, because I'm this country. I have nothing against Russia. Actually, I like them very much. But the problem is that because I'm from East too, and but I'm Catholic. The point is this, and they leave more or less space to communists. Very bad, but they leave less space to the spirit of Jezebel, all that spirit that goes straight to perdition, all that sexual and oh man, and pedophilia, all that crap. So I'm not saying there's nothing there. But what I'm saying is, and you see Steven Seagal, he was talking, going almost nonsense there, saying that somebody posted that he was talking, that he knew, you see, there's a child going to karate, that he knew, that's the spirit of prophecy, that he knew, but I look from the back, I won't look the face of a young child, that is because there's sick people out there, There's this, he was talking about him being instructed by Bruce Lee. But that's actually possible. There's two possibilities. He was faking craziness to drop the people here and go, but they might not care because they're Freemasons, they're different clans, just like I show different degrees. Illuminati, they might be more family, they care about the business, they might have sold their soul, but they know better. You see, for example, GFK, and everybody can turn at one time. But the crazy Satanists that give themselves to the devil and they don't look more, not only they under the Illuminati, and thank God, but they're crazy, they're blood driven. They're the people that cannot work here. So their blood, as we know, is the spirit. Like the Bible says, it gets rotten, just like rust, and then they'll go to heal themselves. They'll go take the blood of a child, so it cleans themselves. Not only what they say on the internet, they hide. It actually, but that's disgusting. Clean yourself by yourself. Shut your mouth, think, worship God, or at least go get the Eucharist, Jesus Christ, and He'll clean you. You know, I myself got the Eucharist maybe 10 times a year. I'm sick, you know, physically. I never make up, and when I make up, I gotta confess. These you take it in a profane way. Unfortunately, they don't give the blood. They say for disease. Actually, everybody is in disease when they don't take it. You gotta find one church in your whole city that will give the blood to clean you in the wine. That's part of the Vatican II Freemasonic crap. You see, people are for disease, but people are sick. It's all the coldness of Freemasons and the church got the church really institution cold already, so down cold, and that's unfortunately. But I wanted to talk about the communion of saints and the other guys. Like a few days ago, I posted like Bush said, "What do you want?" I say closed door to the three. He said, "Ain't gonna happen." I said, "We'll see," because there's a point of that. Like people will know this Satanist point, whatever or not, it's gonna be closed up. And you see all those skull and bones, those crazy that just like Trump told me, I can protect you. They're crazy. I heard a few days ago. I didn't post. God's gonna protect me. The thing is, it's disgusting. They get relics, and they have it's completely to the satanic. Just like the catacomb for the early Christian hiding there. They hiding in there. It's just like the seed is the house, the sleeping house of the devil. Just like the Bible says, the devil is in your place, in the book of Revelation. And this place, this thing has to go, and this thing has to go, and it's destroying the humankind. And again, Jesus spoke to other mystics like, if you give yourself to the devil, what the devil ultimately wants is to destroy the world, create, atomic war, and that's completely give it a call of stupid. Everything bad that it is stupid, and people that are proud and putting themselves above. They don't know what else to do, and they think they're gonna be happy under and come back. It's disgusting, man. Like and they think they're gonna manipulate and just live a few years so they're not in the book of shame. All kinds of bullshit they go by. At this level they don't even care, because they don't even care about their name. They don't even care about nothing. How can you think about the world war and you have even children? Like, who wants to go hide under the rocks like in the prophecies? Like, I don't think there's gonna be a fresh air at all for a while. Okay, so I made this video because this morning I didn't come down here. It's eerie for me. I don't like it. It remembers me what I was, and this second construction of me even on a platform and changing for God and seeking His will and being chased and just looking, and I'm happy. And that's why 2 days ago, just like a few years ago when I was not sold my soul, I accepted myself as a devil, and surely enough I get arrested in a battle, and I just talked about it yesterday. And Jesus showed me down. I was on my knees praying, and sorry, Jesus, sorry, and just the fight that happened. The four woman, one that didn't took part, and the blob that wanted to come inside me didn't come in the tent. It's recycling. You do the same mistakes sometimes, and it's recycling different times. That's why sometimes we get Saint Vincent Ferry, and he says, I'm the angel of apocalypse, but then it's given another time. There's different ages. There's a prophet that talks about the age. That's what there's going to be, a marry age. There's different ages. And, some people say the 7 churches is the splits, the 7 ages of the church. All this, actually, it's all together, in my opinion, if I look it close. Because just like a word has more meanings. But okay, I heard go and do that video, at least they think you're crazy. And I talked to you about why people who don't understand there's the communion of saints, but also the communion of the evil spirit. They know who I am already, because they know what I'm saying is true. People in the light or struggle with God, depends to what degree they know. Some people in the middle know because they've seen so many testimonies. But hey, make sure you guys do your work at Christ and not just instruct yourself, because that doesn't serve much. You gotta put the other ones also, and not just stay home. And other ones that are blind doesn't mean they won't get saved, but it's not given to them to know everything at this point.